Oh, yes, this fits very nicely, very nicely. Good job. King Milt. Milt, what are you doing? Why, well, hi, Troy. Good to see you again. You sort of interrupted my crown fitting. Your crown fitting? What are you doing with a crown? Well, you know what, Troy? Sometimes I wish I was the most important person in the world. Maybe like a king. Maybe I could be king of the world. What do you think about that? Oh, Milt, that's such a long shot. It's a what? A long shot. Well, I don't get it. What do you mean Milt being king of the world is such a long shot? What's that mean? Well, here, let me tell you. Actually, you tell people because you're reading this. Oh, okay. I will. I'll say that. So when somebody says it's a long shot, I understand that they are saying that what you may be thinking of doing has a really slight chance of succeeding or of even being right. It's really unlikely to succeed. So you're saying, Troy, that me being king of the world is very unlikely to succeed. Yes, I am. Okay, so it would sort of be like a horse entered into a horse race given a very slight chance of winning, and they call that a long shot. Is that right? Yes. All right, so it's like a bet in which the chances of winning are slight, and so you say by a long shot, just like Milt being king of the world. Very long shot. Sometimes, though, when people say it's a long shot, they're referencing, though, a venture or something they want to try that involves some risk, but that may promise a great reward if successful. Somebody could say, you know what? Building this building is a long shot, but it's well worth trying. Okay. Well, this is helpful, Troy. I guess as I think about such a long shot, that's like almost impossible, right? You, king of the world? Impossible. Oh, well, thanks for your confidence in that, Troy. But I guess I don't really want to be king of the world. However, it is great when we can succeed at some things that may seem to be impossible and we do them anyhow. I'm thinking, Troy, of Mary in the Bible. In Luke chapter 1, when the angel appears to Mary and says that she is going to be the mother of the Son of God. And she goes, how is this possible? And the angel says, because what God says will always come true. That sometimes God makes the impossible possible. So with God, we do believe all things are possible, even things that may be a long shot. Jesus said in Luke chapter 18, things that are impossible with people are possible with God, Troy. And in Hebrews 11, there's mention of faith, talking about faith. Faith is believing in things. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. Those who come to God must believe first that He exists, and they must believe that He rewards those who look to Him. So when we have faith in God, Troy, we do have faith that sometimes the impossible can be possible. That's right. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all these things by the power of Christ who gives me strength. And Ephesians 3:20 says God is able to do far more than we could ever ask for or imagine. He does everything by his power that is working in us. Troy, do you think that if I wanted to be king of the world, God would make it happen? Well, that's questionable. Well, why? Well, sometimes things just aren't in God's plans that you want. Oh, that's true. I may want to be king of the world, but God may know that it's not the best thing for me or for the world. That's pretty much a given. Those who know me know that I may be a good king for a bit, but then things would probably start falling apart after a while, don't you think? Oh, most likely, Troy. So God does design things in our lives that are good for us. And some things that we really, really want that may be impossible, but some things that we're thinking of doing may be impossible to us. God may work through that to make sure it happens if He is glorified in it, correct? Yes. All right, Troy. Well, that makes sense to me. So, Troy, thanks for helping explain a bit about this long shot stuff. I'm going to remember that. All right, and I hope you remember it. And remember that God does work through the impossible to make it possible. And so you never know. It might be a long shot, but it just may work. But that's okay. So we hang in there, and I wish for you a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace.